Over the past few weeks, we've explored the first two steps of Recalibrate, a profound practice, my methodology for helping people disengage from default truths and connect with conscious choices. In Discover, we uncovered what limiting beliefs, unconscious truths, and assumptions we're carrying. Then in Define Cost, we examined what these beliefs are really costing us, physically, emotionally, mentally, and financially. Today we're diving into the third step, Deconstruct. This is where we ask the crucial question, are these really my beliefs, or are they someone else's? Have you ever stopped to question why you believe what you believe? Why certain choices feel right or wrong? Why some paths seem responsible while others may feel risky? This deconstruction phase is where we separate inherited beliefs from authentic truths. So most of our core beliefs were formed before the age of 7, before we could critically evaluate them. We absorbed them from family dynamics, cultural messages, gender expectations, societal norms, educational systems, and media influences. These beliefs then became our operating system running silently in the background of our lives. These inherited beliefs tend to surface during our Discover and Define Cost phases, but now it's time to really understand where they came from and if they truly belong to us. So think of beliefs like family heirlooms. Some are treasures worth keeping, while others are outdated pieces that no longer serve us. Yet we often keep both simply because they were passed down to us. Consider these common inherited beliefs. Success means climbing the corporate ladder. Good people always put others first. Taking risks is irresponsible. Money conversations are taboo, or certain careers are more respectable than others. Conjuring any childhood memories? I know some of these certainly do for me. So how do we sort through this inheritance? How do we determine which beliefs are treasures worth keeping and which are simply weighing us down? The key lies in systematic deconstruction, a process of examining each belief with conscious awareness and genuine curiosity. To deconstruct these beliefs, we need to dig deep with specific questions in 4 key areas. The first being origin questions. Where did I learn this? Think back to your earliest memory of this belief. Was it watching your parents' relationship, a teacher's comment? Maybe it was a cultural message repeated throughout your childhood. Who taught me this was true? Sometimes it's explicit, like being told money doesn't grow on trees. And sometimes it's implicit, like observing that only certain people got promoted in your family's workplace. What was happening when this belief formed? Context really does matter. A belief about job security might have formed during a family financial crisis, or a belief about speaking up might have roots in a childhood experience of being silenced. Next, so number 2 here are validation questions. Does this align with my actual experience? Not your feared experience or your assumed experience, but your real lived experience. Has playing it safe always served you? Has putting others first actually made you feel fulfilled? Would I choose this belief today? If you were starting fresh with your current wisdom and experience, would you consciously choose this belief as part of your operating system? Is this serving my growth or limiting it? Be honest about whether this belief is a foundation or a ceiling. Third are impact questions. How is this belief affecting my daily choices? Track the decision trail. How many choices lead back to this single belief? What opportunities am I avoiding because of this? Look for patterns of no in your life. What dreams or possibilities have you dismissed without any real consideration? What would be possible without this belief? Allow yourself to imagine life without this limitation. What would change in your relationships, your career, or personal growth? Fourth are authority questions. Who benefits from me holding this belief? Sometimes beliefs serve systems more than individuals. Who profits from your limitation? For example, I had a belief that I always needed to be on and available. This certainly didn't benefit my health or relationships, but it most definitely did benefit my employer. What gives this belief its power? Is it fear, guilt, cultural pressure? Understanding the emotional charge helps release its hold. Who would I disappoint by changing this belief? Often, our deepest beliefs are tied to our most important relationships. As I've mentioned before, I believed that having kids was something I was supposed to do. By not having kids, I was disappointing my parents as well as my husband. The idea of having children was so deeply embedded into my psyche from a young age and tied to my family that I equated having kids with bringing joy to them and not having kids as deeply disappointing them. Neither is true. So before we dive into the practical exercise, let's explore how to identify conditioning in your daily life. Those subtle yet powerful ways inherited beliefs shape your choices. Conditioning shows up in subtle ways. The voice in your head that says should. The automatic yes to every invite without thinking how it aligns with your values and goals. The guilt when choosing yourself, the resistance to change, or the fear of other people's judgments. These aren't your authentic responses. They're programmed reactions based on conditioning. Understanding conditioning is one thing. Actively identifying it in your daily life is another. Let me share a practical exercise that brings this awareness into your real-world decisions and helps you catch conditioning in action. So try this. Think of a recent decision you made. Now ask, was this my choice or my conditioning? What belief drove this decision? Whose voice am I hearing in my head? And what would I choose without this belief? When working through these questions, remember to write down your responses. Notice any physical reactions as you question your beliefs. Be compassionate with yourself and celebrate each insight, no matter how small. This simple practice begins to separate authentic desires from inherited shoulds. Having practiced identifying conditioning in your decisions, let's explore the common challenges you'll likely encounter as you dig deeper into this transformative work. During this phase, you might experience resistance to questioning long-held beliefs, fear of disappointing others, uncertainty about what's truly yours, grief for choices made from conditioning, and even anxiety about changing. Remember, these reactions are normal and they're signs that you're doing important work. While these challenges may feel daunting, let's explore how to move forward with confidence and clarity in this transformative journey. As you continue deconstructing, remember every belief can be questioned. Not all inherited beliefs are negative. You choose what to keep. Change happens gradually, and your truth matters. Now that we understand the path forward, let's put this knowledge into practice with a specific focus for the week ahead. As we continue our Recalibrate journey, this week's focus is on deconstructing behaviors. So choose one belief that surfaced during your discovery or define cost work and trace it back to its origin. Who taught you this, and would you choose it today? Share one belief you're ready to deconstruct in the comments below, and don't forget to join our community of conscious, authentic change makers. Tune in next week as we take a deep dive into authority and impact questions. Until then, thank you for watching.